let's talk about some different signs that you might see around your neighborhood, around your community. Now, this is the first one, probably something that you've seen. This has a red light, a yellow light, and a green light. Do you know what it's called? I hope you said a stoplight or a traffic light. Or in some parts it's called stop and go while the red one means to stop. You cannot keep driving. If you see the red yellow means it's about to turn red. You need to slow down or stop green means means go. What's about this one is probably something you've seen at the end of the street somewhere. I hope you said that is a stop sign because it is a stop sign. This is something that you'll see quite often. No to stop sign because that distinct red color and is an octagon of those clear words fade. Stop. What about these ones? We're starting to get a little bit harder. What could this where have you seen the size before? Well, these are school zone size. When you see one, like the first sign with two people, that means that it is a crosswalk in front of the school that they might see children or parents walking with their children to school next to it. You see a school speed limit sign. That means that you have to slow down to be driving a little bit slower because you're near a school that is a school zone. Here's another sign. I know what has words on it. Have you seen one like this before? This is a do not enter sign. Thinks it's an area where you're not supposed to drive. Usually with your car. Sometimes you see them in places where people don't want you walking into either. If you see a do not enter sign, that you don't go in there is really important. There's always some safety concerns. Like people driving the other way. That means or you need to stay out here. You see some signs that usually make adults a little bit upset. These are these are road work ahead signs. Usually that means you have to slow down and maybe you have less lanes of traffic driving. This makes your dry take a little bit longer than it normally would in it because there's some construction road work going on. You'll always know road work signed by distinct orange colors. You'll also see those orange traffic cones around roadwork areas. Well, here we have a pretty important sign. Have you seen one like this before? This is a don't swim sign. You might be you might be you might see them in a lake or even by a beach or some other areas where they don't want people to go swimming. It's maybe because there are some painted animals. You might see this in in a lake or even by a beach or some other areas where they don't want people to go swimming is maybe because there's some painted animal in the water that they don't want to keep you near. Or sometimes you might see them at a pool. Electrical storm when it's raining and there's lightning. We don't want people to swim when we're lining out. That could be dangerous. So whenever you see this sign, make sure that you don't swim or walk and don't walk signs. Sometimes you see ones that have words that say walk or don't walk, and sometimes you will have ones that have symbols. The hands that's up means stop or don't walk. When you see a little person who's walking, that means that you can walk. Usually they're color coded as well, with green meaning that you can walk and red or orange meaning stop. Don't want here's our last one. Do you know what this is? This is a crosswalk. That means that it is a safe place for you to cross the street. Usually, at a crosswalk, you also see white stripes that go across the street and might also be near a traffic light or softly. Those are good places for you to cross the street. But make sure you always have an adult with you. Well, these signs are really important for you to know because they can help keep you safe in your community. You cannot only help out when you're driving, but when you're walking you see these different signs and knew exactly what they mean.
Which colored traffic light means to slow down?
A,
Which picture shows the crosswalk sign?
A,
Which sign means school zone?
A,
Which sign shows that road work is ahead?
A,
Which picture shows a stoplight or a traffic light?
A.